Welcome students. Program Bachelor of Science 3rd year, subject Botany, semester 5, paper code BOC 107, paper title Microbiology and Plant Pathology. Title of the unit, Unit 1, Introduction to Microbiology. Module name, Aseptic Techniques and Concept of Sterilization. Module number 1. Myself Sonam Madgavkar, Assistant Professor, Government College of Arts, Science and Commerce, KPM, Goa. Outline, terms and definition, aseptic technique and concept of sterilization. Learning outcomes. At the end of this module, the learner will list the various terms used in microbiology, describes the aseptic technique and explains the concept of sterilization. These are the various terms which are used in microbiology. Sterilization. Now, sterilization is a method where all living microorganisms, including the bacterial spores, are killed. Disinfection. The method of elimination of most pathogenic microorganisms, excluding the bacterial spores on inanimate objects. Disinfectants, chemical used in disinfection. Decontamination, the method of removal of contaminating pathogenic microorganism by sterilization or disinfection. Sanitization, this is a method of chemical or mechanical cleansing applicable in public health system. Asepsis is a technique to achieve a micro-free environment. Antisepsis is the use of chemicals, antiseptics to make the skin or a mucous membrane devoid of all pathogenic microorganisms. Bacteriostasis is a condition where the multiplication of the bacteria is inhibited without killing them. Bactericidal are the chemicals that can kill or inactivate the bacteria. Antibiotics are the substances produced by one bacteria which can inhibit the growth of another microbes. Coming to the aseptic technique, now aseptic technique are the set of routine measures which are basically taken in order to provide a micro-free environment and also to prevent the contamination of the media and the cultures. Now this is an image of the researchers working under aseptic condition. Coming to the fundamental rules of aseptic technique, now basic procedures must be followed when handling the sterile equipment or when working in the sterile environment. So first, avoid external sources of contamination such as open windows and doorways. Clean and disinfect all laboratory surfaces prior to use. Sterilize tools or implements prior to use. Wipe hands and swab working table with 70% ethanol. Wear gloves to avoid the contact with any foreign contaminants. Wipe the upside of the containers, flasks and petri plates with 70% ethanol before placing them in the culture cabinet. Avoid pouring of media and reagent directly from the bottles or flasks. Use sterile glass or disposable plastic pipettes and a pipetter to work with liquids. Cap the bottle and flask after use. Avoid breathing on cultures or sterile instrument. Never uncover a sterile petri plate until it is ready to use. Don't talk while performing sterile procedures. Perform experiment as rapidly as possible to minimize contamination. Now coming to the inoculation of cultures. Now to inoculate means to put or to apply the culture on a culture growth media. So transfer of cultures is carried out as quickly as possible with tubes and petri plates open to the air for a minimum period of time. Inoculation is done with the help of an inoculating loop or an inoculating needle. Open agar plates facing away from the user to avoid contamination by microorganisms present in the air, particularly the fungal spores. When the lid of the petri plate is removed for longer periods than normal, work very close to the Bunsen burner flame to reduce chances of contamination. Now this is the image of the researcher transferring the culture on a petri plate containing the culture media. Usage of inoculating loop and needle. Hold the handle of the inoculating loop or the needle close to the top as you hold a pen at an angle that is almost vertical. This leaves the little finger free to take hold of the screw cap and the cotton plug of the bottle and the test tube. It also ensures that any liquid culture on the top or on the needle will run down into the flame. We sterilize the inoculating loop or the needle by heating to red hot in the blue flame of the Bunsen burner before and after use. This is an image of the researcher handling the inoculating loop. Coming to the usage of pipettes, now sterile graduated pipettes are used to transfer culture, sterile media and sterile solution. Remove the pipette from the canister by inserting as little of the fingers as possible and the pipette is withdrawn. Hold it in a manner that it prevents the tips from contacting any possibly contaminating surfaces. Immediately after transfer, put the used pipette into the nearby discard pot containing the disinfectant. This is the image of the researcher working with the micropipette. Then flaming the neck of bottle and test tube. Now flaming means basically to pass the glasswares on a flame of the Bunsen burner. Flaming ensures that no microorganism enter the mouth of the vessel to contaminate the culture or the media when it is open. Passing the mouth of the bottles through a flame produces a convection of current away from the opening and helps to prevent contamination. Loosen the bottle cap or the cotton plug so that it can be removed easily. Lift the bottle or the test tube with your left hand. Remove the cap or the cotton plug of the bottle or the test tube with the little finger curled towards the palm of your right hand. Hold the cap or the cotton plug in your hand, do not put it down. Flame the neck of the bottle or the test tube by moving it quickly through the inner bright blue cone of the flame. After transferring the culture, replace the cap or the cotton plug on the bottle or the test tube using your little finger. Now coming to the pouring of plates. Open the plug and flame the mouth of the flask containing liquefied medium. Partially open the sterilized plate and hold its lid over the plate as a shield. Immediately pour the medium and close the Petri plate. Allow the medium to solidify. This is the image of the Petri plates. Now coming to the concept of sterilization in detail. Now sterilization is a method of making a substance free from all microorganisms both in the vegetative and the sporulation stages. This method is used in microbiology experiments or in microbiology laboratories for making the glassware, equipment, surfaces or media free from microorganisms. It is achieved by both physical and chemical agents. Bunsen burner provides sterile environment on the laboratory bench to work under aseptic condition. Sterile environment is created using a simple gas-powered Bunsen burner. The flame is used to sterilize instruments such as inoculating loop and inoculating needle. This is the image of the Bunsen burner. Another instrument which is frequently used in microbiology laboratory is the laminar airflow unit. Now laminar airflow unit is a cabinet that provides sterile environment to work under aseptic condition. Now there are two designs of laminar airflow units which are available, that is horizontal and vertical. The cabinet is fitted with HEPA filters, that is high efficiency particulate air filters, which provide a filtered air in order to provide a filtered air. So this is the image of the laminar airflow. Coming to the factors influencing efficacy of sterilization. Now there are various factors which influence the efficiency of the sterilization process. The first factor is contact time and temperature. Temperature is inversely proportional to time. As the temperature increases, the time taken for sterilization decreases. Next factor is presence of organic material. Now organic materials such as proteins, sugars, oils and fats take a longer period of time in order to get sterilized. Type of microorganism. Depending upon the strain and the species of a particular microorganism, some strains of microorganism are sensitive to heat whereas some are highly resistant. Bacterial spores are highly resistant to the heat. As the number of microorganisms increases, the temperature which is required to sterilization also increases and the duration also increases. Then composition of the material. Some articles which are highly contaminated requires a longer period of time in order to get sterilized. Articles which are heat sensitive should be sterilized at a lower temperatures. Next, coming to the importance of sterilization. Now the process of sterilization is very important in order to achieve a micro-free environment. So the first important thing is that to prevent unwanted microbial contamination of pure cultures and other microbiology experiments performed for research studies, to prevent a contamination in aseptic areas and instruments which are used in the preparation of sterile dosages, forms and sterility testing to prevent contamination of antibiotics, enzyme and vitamins. These are my references which I have referred to prepare this module. Thank you.